from a beautiful, sunny Withensea. Yep, I'm having my evening walk. This time, no Toby. He's too busy helping the old Duchess, his mum, eat her tea. So I'm on my Todd Sloan. Oh well, that's what life's like, isn't it? Anyways, I'd be fed up looking at my ugly mug. So what I'm gonna do is give you something else to look at. Yeah, Queen Street, the main street in Withensea. Well, going to cross over. We'll walk down past the library and then we'll make our way. So listen to that. Back onto the seafront, and then we'll make our way over to the North Promenade. We'll walk on the cliff. And after we walked on the cliff, we'll God, you see it all, don't you? We'll make our way over to the cinder track. Going across the holiday camp, down back to Hull Road. Seems good. And we'll see how many miles we can clock up. I've done about 7, I think. So I think we need like another 5 to get to my 12. But then again, I have had quite a heavy tea. So I think I should be a bit careful. But 12 miles I'll have burned 1,200 calories, so I should be okay. Yep, it's a lovely evening. These people are lovely people. We do a lot. This house, at one time, that was owned by the family of one of my colleagues. They'd escaped from Holland in 1938 and made the way to Britain. The family settled here in Withensea. They were Jewish, and we read the writing on the wall, and we came here. They had a good life here. We had Steph, she's the same age as me, in the early 1950s, and hi Ben, hi Jacob, Hi German edits. It is a nice evening, Nicola. And when she came, you know, as I said, Steph and the family lived there. When she was young, she used to do a lot of dancing. A lot of the places along the East Coast. The Floral Hall in Hornsey was one place she used to go to. But here was the thing. As she got older, she realised there were no husbands. You know, being Jewish, she was going to marry a Jewish man. And there isn't any here. So she ended up moving to Manchester and got married in Manchester and made a life for herself in Manchester. But she never forgot Withensea days. When I told her we'd bought a bungalow in Withensea, her mouth dropped open. She couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it at all. Amazing. Yeah, the evening's really nice. Yeah, a little bit of the heritage of Withensea. Those who are interested. You know, if you're interested, you can stop the video and read the bits. I just thought I'd throw that in though. Evening. Well, not everybody wants to talk to me. This used to be a nightclub apparently at some point, well before my time. But looking at it, I think it was some sort of gun emplacement to protect the coastline during the First and Second World Wars. When we came, it had a lot of hoarding, but when you got kids going on to it and getting up to mischief, look at the thickness of the concrete. That's not just any old nightclub, is it? I think that were a gun emplacement. Look at them steps. Those walls. I mean, we all have a Holderness coast. It used to be a massive military camp. There was real fear around 1940, all the way up to June 1941, when Germany invaded the Soviet Union. Up to that time, there was a real fear that there would be a seaborne invasion. The German High Command actually had it planned. It was called Operation Sea Lion. But to do it, they had to beat the RAF. And they had to sanitise the English Channel, somehow keep out the Royal Navy. But they came close to beating the RAF, but they didn't, as we know. They changed the tactics from destroying airfields and fighter bases to one of bombing cities, and that's what saved Fighter Command, and that's what probably stopped an invasion. Yeah, if anybody wants to chat to me, that's fine. But bear in mind, it's very sunny, and I might not always pick up what you're saying because I struggle to see the screen. It's bike evening tonight. Some wonderful bikes, some really, really out of the world machines here. For anybody who likes bikes, this is the place to be on a Thursday night. Withensea. Look at them all. As far as the eye can see. Bikes. And bikers, lots of them. I think they come from all over Yorkshire and meet up. It's a day for it, isn't it? Meeting up, but we do it every Thursday throughout the year.
I'm getting away, but
Don't any fucking bugs over there, where are you?
This might interest you. Approximately 1 mile offshore from this point lies the site of a 13th century church of St Mary the Virgin, one of the sister kirks lost to erosion by the mid 15th century. About a mile out, you had the coast, and since the mid 15th century it's eroded all the way here. It's amazing, isn't it? Withensea town is safe now from erosion. You know, we've got the big sea walls, which themselves are protected by rock armour. The rock armour comes from Norway, bring it over on a big barge. I'm just going past some kids and I don't want them on. More bikes. Yeah, check my blood sugars, and they're up at, well, they were low at 4.8. So I'm not trying to walk sugar off as much tonight. Walk fat off. I'm still very overweight, although my weight is coming down. I'm just short of 13 stone. Sorry, just short of 14 stone, about 13 and a half. I'm trying to get down to about 11. That's a big job to do. So I'm walking round about 16 miles a day. You know, anybody who's watching my video, either live or when it comes on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, share or subscribe. The more subscribers I have, the better. Next week we will be going over to the Spurn. She's got a history all of its own. It was formed like during the last ice age, 10,000 years ago. It's a spit of land between the North Sea and the River Humber. It's 3.5 miles long, and I'll be walking from one end to the other and then back again. As you see, very placid. So that will be good to see, won't it? The confluence of the Humber into the sea. Evening.
Okay.
Hello. A gentleman and his dog. So what we'll be doing when we go there to the Humber, what we'll be doing, we'll be walking along that spit of land. We'll be talking about what we can see. We'll be looking at the history of it, its geography, and its significance. What's happening to it? It's managed by the Wetlands Wildlife Trust for Yorkshire. So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing with it. That's a site of scientific interest. Unfortunately, I can't take Toby. He'd love it, wouldn't he? But there's all sorts of wild animals, wild plants. It's of scientific interest, so you can't take your dog. And I want to walk right down to the tip of the Spurn. The find itself is going to be really interesting. Just look at the sea rolling in. Look at that beach. I think it beats anything there is in Spain, to be honest. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Well, I've got to make up my mind now what we're going to do. I think a sensible thing will be to go to the field, walk around the field, go over the cliff, walk around that, and then make his way to Long Meadows and walk down the cinder track. on Hull Road. We can look then at how many steps I've done and make a decision on what we do next. We can have us go home. It might be okay. I'll go down the cells to the kids' park, Kirkfield Estate, Egrams Lane, the golf club, Tesco's, and just back on the main road. We'll see. That's the first video for tonight. There will be another one. We'll see how we go. I might even go back on North Road yet. Depends, let's just see how things go. It's looking like the cinder track though. Got 1 3/4 hours. I try and limit myself on these walks to 2 hours. That's 4 hours a day. Sometimes we stretch a little bit, but never less than 2 hours. All depends on where my footsteps are. At certain points, I'll lock myself in, and I've got to make the numbers up. Went to Hornsey earlier on. I was going to do a little bit in Hornsey, but I weren't there long enough, which is a pity. Nicola's been an absolute godsend this week, sorting out my computer. I'm going to talk to her about doing some form of IT course at college. You know, level 2 or level 3 or something. It's going to be good for her. Well, she's got a lot on at the moment. She's taking driving lessons. Big thing has got to be she gets a driving license. I'm in a car. That's to be her priority. Obviously Seafoam, these are council bungalows for older people. To be honest, I wouldn't have minded one. We have our own bungalow, which is very, very nice. And I prefer that because we don't pay rent, but we bought it outright. But these are nice. They're all sort of interlocked, but they look like either detached or semi-detached, but they're not. It's just the way they've been built. And whoever designed them, you know, the architect, must have had a really good, furtive imagination. Well, these are conventional bungalows, but this guy obviously knew what it was he wanted to do. Just because you're older doesn't mean to say you've got to take second best. That's the point. And the guy who designed them certainly understood that. Well, we're nearly at the field. So what are we going to do? Yeah, I'm going to walk around the field. I think it's about 600 steps. So that's good enough for me. So we'll do that. And then we'll go up on the cliff. Did you hear him and see him hovering above us? There he is. We must have a nest with babies in it. And he's telling me, Sadovsky. Yeah, I've got 4 likes. The 4 people who've liked me, thank you very much. We've just got a couple of people watching now, so again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy my podcast. Certainly enjoy it. Those who are interested will certainly enjoy it when we go over to Spurn. Other things I've got coming up is a trip to Scunthorpe. We'll have a walk round some of the steel mill. Well, we'll see it all, but we'll see some of it. So that should be interesting. It's a topical subject at the moment. A part of mine PhD project. So we're going to have a look at that. Look at some of the things we were talking about nearly 30 years ago, and have they come to pass or haven't they come to pass? So that's going to be interesting. And it's going to be a trip over to West Marsh, which is one of the most deprived areas in the UK. At one time, Grimsby had the biggest fishing fleet in the UK. Now fishing is more or less dead. A lot of people who depended either on fishing directly or in other trades connected with it, and things like working at the fish market, jobs like that, working in other places, other trades, frozen foods and all sorts of things which the fishing fleet supplied. You know, that'll be the thing. Them jobs went, and it's left a lot of poverty in its wake. Anyhow, it's 30 minutes almost. I will be back later on, but at the moment I'm going to leave you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for staying with me. It's been a real pleasure and I'll see you on the next one.